Oh, what a wonderful retirement plan. Oh, I love my job. Love it. It makes me happy inside. Working with these people from Louisiana, leaving Louisiana in the broad daylight. I'm sure I'll get trademarked or whatever it's called from that because I just sang some Oak Ridge Boys. Isn't that the Oak Ridge Boys? Leaving Louisiana in the broad daylight. Anyway, just just regular people. Regular people. Put money away. Not living fancy, but not living like freaking paupers. Just enjoying life. Put money away. 58, retire, done. The machine has been built. What this guy says, he's like, we've been putting money as a machine, and it's just how wonderful is it? They're trying to clear 50,000 a year. They don't have $1 million. They're trying to clear 50,000 a year. At 67, his Social Security is going to be 2,800, and hers will be probably about 1,800, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. We're not really sure, but they both put 30 years of labor in, if not more, if that makes sense. All right, just hardworking people, nothing fancy, nothing deliberate in terms of, oh my goodness, hey, we're driving a Mercedes. Both cars paid off, house paid off, everything. So I want to show you what we look at this portfolio. I flippin' love this. 56% is in the S&P. Well, 56% is in stocks. All right, 56% right there, the purple. 6% is in literally cash. He took some gains off the table, and I think he said December, in his IRAs. 38% is, we have it as bonds. It's not bonds. It's certificates, CDs. 6 months to a year CDs. They're going to clear $50,000 a year. They got $900,000 in their portfolio. So right out the gate, they're 58 years old. All right, so right out the gate, and they keep a bunch of money in cash. They don't have a bunch. They keep $60,000 in cash. So we got $900,000 off our portfolio. They want to clear $50,000 a year. So we're going to say we're pulling $55,000 a year from a $900,000 portfolio. All right, let me show you something here. That's a 6.1% distribution yield, 6.1%. If they did that for 30 years, I'd be very nervous. They're not going to have to do it for 30 years. You know why? Because Social Security is going to kick in 9 years. That's 67 if we want. So at 67, we'll just say he gets 2,800, she gets 1,800. It's $4,600 a month times 12. 55,000 a year. Oh yeah, by the way, that Social Security I just gave you, that's in today's numbers. All right, so before you say, what about inflation? That's today's numbers. So basically, by the time they're 67, they'll have all their income needs paid for by Social Security. That includes health care. That includes, they don't have any mortgage, but the property tax, homeowner's expense. And they live in Louisiana where it's cheap. That, again, we're talking income tax, because if they're living off Social Security, there ain't no income tax. All right, so they're going to need their portfolio of $900,000 to provide for them for the next, from 58, 59, for about the next 9 years. So we take a trusty calculator. We say 55,000 times 9. They're going to have to take 495,000 out. Obviously, that's not adjusted for inflation either. So we're not adjusting for Social Security inflation. We're not adjusting for income inflation, needs expense inflation, and we're not adjusting for any kind of portfolio growth either. So they're going to take $495,000 out of a $906,000 portfolio. All right. So we'll say we got no growth. What's left? So 906 minus 495, $411,000. That's assuming no growth whatsoever. Let me go back how we're going to do it. We're actually going to take Social Security probably at 65 for these guys. You know, because they don't know they're going to live until they're, you know, the default is live until you're 90. We don't know that. One second. Dog hit right there. Dogs, get off my lawn. We don't know they're going to live until they're 90. But let's just say they do. All right, so that's what we're doing here. But what if they took Social Security at 65? Well, that Social Security would be reduced by a little bit because they're taking it before the full retirement age. Everybody knows this. I know you know this. So their Social Security benefit won't be quite as high, which means they'll have to have more reliance on the portfolio. But it also means what? That they don't need those 2 years of $55,000 a year solely from the portfolio. So it comes out pretty much a wash if they take Social Security at 65. We don't have to make that decision now anyway. But check this out. Of that 44% is they had in their certificates 191 plus I think she had 140. Yeah. So you got 140 plus 191. They have $330,000 in CDs. All right, divide that by $55,000 a year. 331,000 divided by 55,000. That gives them 6 years of cash money without ever touching the stocks. 6 years of cash without ever touching the stocks. All right. What happens to these stocks from 6 years from now? Probably higher than they are today. Probably. We don't know for sure. Anything can happen. And I hate to even go back to historical, but generally speaking, you invest in stocks because you feel after 5 years you should have more money than you do today. That's just a fact. Now, there's a few instances that did not happen. I'm pretty comfortable that at least they'll be broken even or at least pretty dog close, if not have more in there. So in 6 years, again, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, they'll be 65. They'll take Social Security. Social Security will be reduced now. It won't be $55,000 a year because they'll take it before the full retirement age. So reduce it to by 15%. So it'll be $46,000 a year. They're trying to clear $5,000, clear $50,000 a year. You see where I'm going with this now? Now, because Medicare kicks in at that point, I say they need to clear a little bit more than that. I'm saying they need to clear about $5,500 once Medicare kicks in, because right now they're on complete subsidized Obamacare. Anyway, the point being is, so they're going to need to clear need to clear $55,000 by the time they're on Medicare, and that might even be high. So they have $46,000 come from Social Security. They're going to need to take $15,000 a year, $14,000 actually to be precise, from whatever the portfolio is left over. And again, if we say we got no growth on that, they're still sitting at 411, 14 divided by 411, because they have $411,000 in the stocks. I frankly think it should be higher than that, if not significantly higher, certainly higher, but we'll just use that. They need $14,000 a year from $411,000 stocks once they're on Social Security. And this assumes no decline in spending either as they get older. Love it, man. Nothing fancy here, my friends. It's just great stuff. CDs, Ginnie Mae's fine. And, like my man said, he said he's going to just do yearly CDs. They mature in December. Come January, he'll take $55,000 out. But I also said, too, you look like a seesaw. The markets go up. You're sitting on, for simplicity, $600,000 in stocks, $300,000 in certificates. If the $600,000 goes to $650,000, take your money from the portfolio. If $600,000 goes down or stays flat, take it from the CDs. And his question is a good question. When should he refill that bucket of certificates? I don't know. Maybe never. Maybe never. Just live off your CDs until Social Security kicks in, and all you're doing is taking 3.4% off a portfolio of stocks. Maybe that's the way to go. We'll have to cross that bridge later, but I love it. It's fantastic. Nothing fancy about these guys. Keep it simple, stupid. You do the same. Stop worrying about it and go out there and have fun with your grandkids. All right, we'll see you.